Motion to open the meeting at 6 o'clock.
Please do it again.
I make a motion to open the meeting of November 12th at 6 p.m.
Second.
Okay. We ready to vote? Jay,
To open the
to
meeting.
open the meeting?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
no problem, no problem. He's like, what am I
Oh, there's
doing?
Brian.
Lindsay? Want to make sure I can hear her.
Yep.
Lynn? Good, good. Laurel?
Yes. There's Bob and Brian.
Okay. And Lee,
All right, now we.
you okay to open the
Yeah.
meeting, Lee?
Sure.
All right. Kathy,
Yes.
Caitlin,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
and Jan, yes. Okay. We'll call our meeting to order and Brian is here.
He's here. Hello.
Hi, Brian.
Hello, how is everyone?
Good, thanks.
Fine.
Good.
You're first on the agenda.
Excellent, thank you. I'm fading fast. I got up early today, so I had to have a little protein snack just a minute ago to keep me awake. Well, thank you so much. It's been a year since we've moved to Prudent Investor, if you can believe it or not, almost a year. Let me just pull up the file if I can. Everybody ready for Thanksgiving? It's right around the corner.
Yeah.
He's getting spotlit. Be good.
I'm eating less, getting ready.
Yeah.
That's how I.
Eating less, getting ready. I like that.
Making room.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. It's easier that way than doing it on the flip side because then it's harder, right? I like that. Who said that? That was good. Okay, let me see if I can share my screen. Whoops.
If you can't, I'll make you a co-host.
Uh-oh, where'd you go? Hold on. Oh, there we are. Sorry. When you're working with multiple screens, it's challenging sometimes. Okay, share over here. It looks like I need okay, I'm going to send a request.
So Amanda did send us this portfolio review today.
Excellent. That's the same one I'm going to review as well.
Okay.
Oh,
that's what
okay.
you're putting up. Okay.
Yep.
Now, are half the people on Zoom and half the people are in person?
Yeah, just about.
And what's your preference for me, in person or Zoom, or does it matter to you?
Well, you can't get here now, so I guess.
Well,
you
it's
have
too late for today, but I'm talking next time.
Zoom
The
is
Zoom is
fine.
fine.
What we see is what we get. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let the numbers, not my face, but let's let the numbers make a great introduction. So let's see. Can you see? Let's see. Share now. Can you see where it says portfolio review, or do you see my calendar?
We see your calendar. We saw the portfolio before.
Okay. So now can you
Yeah,
see the
yeah.
portfolio? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Multiple screens can be challenging. Okay, well, let's dig right into this. This is the same report you all have in front of you. We're going to go over it. This is as of 10/31 of 2025. We like to give the last full month on record. Today's date is 11/12, so we're not too many days into the market. But let's just take a look at the ending balance as of 10/31 was 154,839.89. I think you're going to be happy with the improvement of moving from the legal list with a lower equity exposure to the prudent investor with a 50-50 equity exposure. I think you're going to see that right away. So let's turn to page 2. Just shows you how this portfolio has been invested over time. I'm not a crazy fan of this chart. If you like it, go ahead. But it has the breakdown of all of that, how it's been invested. Let's go right to page 3 of 8. This is my, I like this page. However, in your case, two pages ahead are going to look better. So this is through on the right side shows you numbers through 7/1/2025 through 10/31/2025. That's only 4 months into the fiscal year. So right away, 4 months into the fiscal year, your rate of return is 4.51 time-weighted return for that 4 months, or an increase of 6,678.95. In the past, that's probably been the whole year's worth. This was only 4 months. this is not going to tell a good story because we never closed your account and reopened a new account. It doesn't make sense for the portfolio. So let's take a look at a deeper dive. What has the account really done since inception? Actually, we're going to turn to page 4 of 8. This is going to give you a better picture of what has happened in the last, call it, 12 months. We converted this from the legalist to prudent investor on 11/18. This goes through 10/31, so it's almost a year. So this report is on 10/31/2025. This 1-year number is going to be basically November 1st through 10/31 of 2025. So the 1-year portfolio, 987. Now, bear in mind, the last quarter of last year was at a dip. In the beginning part of the quarter was at a dip. So at the end of the day, 9.87 for that 12 months is actually really good. This is a 50-50 portfolio, well above expectations on a 50-50 portfolio. Some years you're going to experience 10, 15%. Some years you're going to experience negative, but the average long-term expected rate of return on a 50-50 is somewhere between 5.5%. Long-term expected rate of returns. Of course, that does depend on what the interest rates are. But much better, 9.87. If you looked at the years past, I don't think you saw that. And I can tell that just by looking at, so your 3-year number, what has the 3-year number done? Actually, it's not done bad, considering what we had to work with. The last 3 years have been really good in the equity markets. Sorry, let me get rid of that. The last 3-year average return is 7.08. So the 1 year is definitely close to 10, 9.87. The 3-year average, 7.08. So it's making some traction. The good news is you're also, as it continues to grow and you make more money, 10% on 100,000 is different than 10% on 200,000. It makes a difference and you continue to grow. So I get excited about that stuff. Let's go to, I can show you the 5-year 4% since inception 302, but you were really invested very, very conservatively. You're in the legal list. So these numbers will flush itself out after we have more time on the hand. The since inception will always be since the beginning of the inception, not since the beginning of prudent investor rule changed. Okay, so we'll just have to pull a special report for that to track that. Next page. I like this page as well. 5 of 8, that is. It's going to show you've been a client since 2017. But let's just look at the last couple of years. So if this wasn't a 50-50 portfolio last couple of years, you'd be nearing double-digit returns. The 23 and 24, you were more conservative and under the legalist. This 960 is what you could have seen, or closer to what you could have seen the last couple of years if we had that rule. Now, bear in mind, you didn't have that availability because the town had to take a vote to go prudent investor, Chapter 203C. So you couldn't, your hands were tied. You couldn't do anything until the town voted on that. The law changed in September of 2023, allowing towns to take a local option, but it still took a town meeting vote. Sorry. So that did take place. We switched it on 11/18, and now you see the results of that. Now, any questions on that so far?
No.
Okay. How are we doing against the benchmark? The closest what a benchmark is a like type portfolio closest to yours so we can compare notes. How are we doing compared to the benchmarks? Well, let's take a look. The closest benchmark to your portfolio is going to be this 35, 45, 20. Now, if you look just for the 1 year, because that's all we can look at on the benchmark. If you look at any of the other benchmarks, they're not going to be accurate because this is considering that this portfolio has always been in prudent investor under a 50-50 mandate, and that has not been the case. So those 2024 to 2017 benchmarks are not apples to apples, so just disregard that, please. However, let's do focus on this benchmark, which is more apples to apples. Well, Brian, you're underperforming the benchmark. Yes, we are. Let me tell you the 3 reasons why. Number 1, the benchmark has more exposure to China, and we don't want to take that in the municipal world. The second thing is the benchmark has more high yield bonds. High yield bonds are more risky. Means if we come into a recession, those are the first things that break. That means you don't get paid. So about a year ago, we started making a decision of, with this in the mindset of, at some point, you know, these high inflation numbers have to hit the markets. And we're showing signs of that now with the job labor weakening and various signs weakening. It just hasn't broke yet. So the benchmark is still beating us, which is okay. We'd rather be early to the dance than late to the dance, right? So this call will help us, because as the markets, you know, if there's a slowdown in the economy, the high yields will have a crack and those won't perform as well. Okay. So we're okay with that. And then the third thing is the alternatives. The alternatives, we don't quite have enough alternatives in this portfolio to match that. We only have 10% alternatives. This is saying 20%. And that's okay, because alternatives since COVID, we'd rather have good quality alternatives versus just any alternatives. So this is a high quality portfolio and we're okay with that. So, but that's your return as of 10/31, almost a year, 9.60. Next following pages, page 6 and 7 are all of the holding positions of your account. We made quite a change. And we go in there at least once a year to rebalance. Depending on the equity market, we may go in a couple of times, 2-3 times a year. But at this point, those are all the positions that we have according to the investment policy statement of a 50-50 portfolio. Too much detail, not enough detail. Any questions?
Fine.
I think it's a good amount of detail. I followed you.
Excellent. We got a fine, we got a detail follow. Okay. Anything you want me to go over or review with you?
I think we're good. I think it's very clear.
Yeah. Roger, I hear that. Anybody have questions?
I'm just glad that were able to switch over,
Right.
because we make a significant difference. And even if you look back, for those of us who were on the board before 2017, when we joined Bartholomew, what we were making compared to what we're doing now. So we need to spend.
And that's all we were allowed to do.
Right.
Yep.
So, no, I think this is great. And I appreciate your detailed review, Brian. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
you're welcome. Thank
my
you.
voice kind of crackly.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm glad you're able to make these changes. The MCTA, which is a big organization inside of Massachusetts, which we're a part of, have been advocating for libraries, scholarships, and trust funds for the last 10 to 15 years to get this passed. Finally, you know, I'm glad it has, because these funds should not be sitting in cash and cash equivalents like they have been. It's just,
Right.
it's a shame, actually, you know. So, but we had to follow the rules, otherwise your time
Right.
would get written up, and then guess what? Then you get a nasty gram from the auditor, which you don't want that either. So, but
Right.
I think we should celebrate, and you know, I think this is good. Remember, next year may be negative. The following year will be positive. I'm not predicting anything, but don't worry about the ups and downs. Just remember long term. You're gonna have long-term growth. And that's the key. So there's gonna be some down markets. I get to bring the good news to you today, but there's gonna be down markets too, and that's okay. Because these are longer term monies. And, you know, if we had this, you know, instead of looking at these numbers here, and the annualized return of 3, we would probably be looking at a little over 6 target, I'm sorry. Well, I can't, I'm guessing, but let's just say 5 to 6. I'll keep conservative, right? That helps. An annualized return of 5-6% helps out quite a bit in a portfolio. So.
For sure.
And we're gonna keep the equity just where it is right now, I assume, right? 50-50, we're comfortable with that, no changes. Equity markets are high, so I wouldn't necessarily make any changes right now, but.
I don't think it's a good time to make a change upward. I think that even in the down market, we still have dividend-paying bonds, and that will offset any losses in the equity market.
You're good. Yeah, you should do with this. See, you can do the review yourself. I love it. Okay. Who was that? I can't see.
Conservative, but
Pernia.
not too conservative.
No, I like this portfolio. What'd you say? I'm sorry?
We're conservative, but not too conservative.
No, this is great.
We're right in the
50-50.
middle.
Yeah, you are right in the middle. You're 50-50. Can't get any more in the middle than that.
That's true.
Well, thank you so much. If you guys need anything from me, we're always a phone call away. Please feel free to pick up the phone, give us a call if you ever need another meeting. What are we down to? Once a year or twice a year are we doing this?
Twice.
Twice. Okay, that's fine by us. I'm just making sure I have a clear expectation what you want. We don't want to be a pest to you either, so. Okay.
Well, we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yes, we do.
Thank you very much, Brian.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, and please let us know if you need
And the
it.
same to you.
Thank
Thank
you. I'm
Thanks
gonna go get
Good
ready
night.
for Thanksgiving. I love it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
It's helpful to have this.
Yes, and not to have to squint, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't think we've ever gotten anything like this. I mean, it didn't come till
No.
3:15.
No, but thank you
today,
for
but-
sending that out,
Yeah.
and thank you for printing it, because,
Yes.
yeah.
Happy to help.
All right. So why don't we move on to the minutes? Everybody get a chance to read them?
Yeah,
They were sent out very
Yeah.
prompt.
yeah, thank you.
I'd like them a little earlier. That was great. I'd make a motion to approve the minutes.
A second.
All right, any discussion, any changes, ready for a vote? Okay, Jay,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Lindsay,
Yes.
Laurel,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Caitlin,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Jan, yes. It is unanimous. So Laurel, did you have anything to mention for treasurer's report?
Pretty much.
You want to just move on?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's the numbers, that's
Yeah.
all.
Right.
And I think maybe we made $2 since Monday night.
Okay.
$2.
I don't know.
Let's have a cup of coffee.
All right, well,
So, yeah.
then why don't we move on to Darcy has a
I have a lot
lot
of
to report.
stuff for
So we'll
everybody.
move on to you.
Let's have some fun with this. Okay. So we'll start with the huge, the circ statistics. Let's see. For October, they were pretty standard. We don't have US News Stream yet. And we got the one for September and it was low. However, we'll revisit that later in the report. So you'll be able to see, I sent the numbers for the entire fiscal year of fiscal year 25. So that was because the renewal is up.
Right.
So like I said, numbers pretty standard for October. Any questions so far?
I know you talk about the US news stream in your little write-up, but do we have a clue why that's an outlier?
No, I mean, it just depends on if people sign in and use it, and sometimes people are doing research, sometimes people aren't doing research, so. And sometimes people are reading the paper and sometimes they're not, so. I don't think there's any clue as to why. It doesn't tell us, they just send the numbers.
Yeah, well, it's just a 1 month, so.
Yeah. So. Then we have our October numbers for programming. We did lots of good ones. Thank you again for the $200 for Pumpkin Fest. We invested wisely in items we can reuse.
That was wonderful.
And Evangeline's, it was entirely Evangeline's idea for a photo booth. And even the staff had fun with the photo booth. But she painted it herself, decorated it herself, and it was, we'll probably be able to use that again too, so.
Great.
Very creative ideas, and all the rest of the standout programming was very good. I mean, everything was very good, but those are the 4 standouts.
And Thomas, 2 months in a row, standout programming.
Yeah.
Yes, and that program was great. I know it's a sensitive subject, but you handled it with grace, there was sensitivity, and lots of people in the room they really appreciated the talk, so. And I mean, the talk was kind of my fault, so. It was my idea.
I wouldn't use the word fault, to give yourself some credit.
I gave you an idea for a new talk.
Yeah.
But it was very good.
Yeah. Looks like it was appreciated.
So, yeah.
Was that one that's, is it on the loop? On
It,
cable,
No.
is it?
That
no,
wasn't taped.
Oh, it
it's
wasn't
just a
taped?
person at Nichols,
Okay.
but, there are other upcoming ones at
Yeah.
Nichols Village, so please look at our calendar. Lee has quite a few lined up.
Yeah.
And then you can see the totals.
And Santa's coming too.
Santa is coming. I know Evangeline is locked in a date. She told me about that.
Photo booth for that. I don't know what it looks like. I mean, I
It's
saw
purple. She could probably
Drape
put like
Yeah.
drape stuff. It's, it might be easier to have the background that we already have for Santa, but maybe if they're doing their own photo booth pictures, like I'll bring that idea up to Evangeline because I like that, because we could get props that are kind of holiday-ish for the photo booth and then like redecorate it, not like repaint it, but redecorate it for like holiday stuff. Make it silvery and green and stuff. So that's all the programming, the warrants. We had 2513, which was $7,842.26. 2517, which was $7,555.17, for a total of $15,397.43. Those two went in like the first day of October and the last day of October. But that was October. And I think there was a lot of that with Ingram, I think. State aid updates. In a shocking turn of events, MBLC has not emailed the libraries about what happened at the meeting last week. So I don't know yet, but I'm anticipating that we were certified. We had everything in pretty early. But the question is the state aid numbers, obviously. So once they do email everybody, or they update the website, I have been checking the website like every 10 minutes, every day. Because sometimes they'll just update the awards page and then email everybody a week after. But once they do,
it's
everybody.
purely state money though, right?
It's state, yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
to do with government.
Right.
Closing down things, okay.
Yeah. yeah, no, I mean, I anticipate because if things might be running a little bit slowly because of the federal funding lacking and they might have be understaffed, you know, a lot is going on. So,
Okay.
you know, totally giving them some grace here. And I do anticipate that we were certified. I can't guarantee that 100%, but we passed everything. So, and then I have some funding requests that I have listed for you all. So so two of these came in and I didn't expect, they weren't in at the time of posting the agenda. So the US News Stream and the Ask About ones were newer. But the staff computers, the babysitting course, those two were already underway. Or not that the computers are underway, but I have the quote, obviously, that's what I mean. So I have kind of given some information about each. And you can see the fiscal year 25 numbers for US News Stream, because I know November looked a little weird. But you can see that we're the third highest use. Behind Westford and Haverhill. So that's pretty good.
Mm.
That's
I
pretty good.
Very good.
So I don't know if you would like to discuss, go in order, like
Well,
whatever you like to do.
your first request was for $4,911.48 for staff computers. And that had
Yeah.
been discussed at the last meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And that covers how many computers was it?
Six
Darcy?
staff computers.
Six.
6. So I'm going to make a motion to go to the trust funds for $2,500 of that money, and the rest to come from state aid in the amount of $2,411.48. The trust fund money would be at the discretion of the treasurer, and in the trust funds that would be at the use of the trustees. And Laura would have all that information, as we all do.
I'll second
Is there a
that.
second? So Nancy.
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay, do we
Can
have
I
any
ask a question?
questions?
Can I ask a question before we vote?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
What's the rationale between splitting this between state aid and trust fund?
Good idea to use the trust funds.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Excuse me?
Good idea to use the trust funds. That's what they're there for, and it uses them for a very good cause. And the treasurer would choose which ones are best for that.
Additionally, we have 3 other funding requests below, so those might also be coming out of either state aid or donations, likely state aid because it has more money in it. So,
Right.
and that might be, it might be prudent to actually split it.
Is it easier to just take a full request out of trust funds rather than trying to split the invoice? I don't know. Is it easier as far as going to town hall with the invoice? Because you're gonna get one invoice for 6 computers.
I will get one invoice and so what'll happen is I will run it through the accounting system. And so I'll choose, what it lets you do is choose an account, choose the number, the amount of money you want to use from that account.
Right.
And then what's left, you can choose from other accounts.
Okay.
So I would say 2,500 from trust funds.
Yep.
And actually, because Ellen prefers that I do a different a different, warrant. It, actually, you know what, it might be.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems to me like it might be easier to
Now thinking about
take
it, you're
one
right.
from one, I mean, to take that large amount from one source.
You might be
And
right.
then maybe US news stream from trust funds.
It might-
And
it
that
might
way,
be-
it's just cleaner.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it, like,
trust funds.
the trust funds are.
Well, this was
being
the
used.
suggestion,
enough-
I
is
made
there
that
enough
motion
ex-
at the suggestion of the director. So,
No, I understand. We're just batting it around.
We're
Oh,
discussing.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes total sense,
Yeah.
actually, because I would have to make separate warrants for everybody to sign because
Right.
Ellen likes to separate the trust fund ones from the other one. So
And is there enough, I'm just curious, of the expendable in the trust fund, would there be enough that wasn't earmarked for books that you could actually use for computers?
for the 4,911, you mean?
Yeah, I'm just thinking it might be cleaner to,
I'm not sure is there, Laurel?
if there's a stipulation on it, yeah.
yeah, definitely.
So many of them are for books, specifically books.
And specific books, yeah.
The portfolio doesn't say. that
No, it doesn't.
anymore.
It doesn't. No.
I, somewhere I'm looking, where is it?
I want to make one other observation. We just came off a very nice presentation from Bartholomew where we're looking at appreciating funds. Yet we have the endowment fund and the state aid fund that don't get us any interest or any appreciation. And they're there for
Yes,
us to
yes, they-
use.
They
Am
don't
I
get us
right?
any
All right.
appreciation?
What?
We don't get any
What?
interest
What?
from the. Do we get interest on the state aid funds?
No,
No, state aid,
No,
no.
no.
So what was the amount in?
What endowment fund are you talking about, Bob?
Or the donation funds, the donation. We have two accounts, the
Oh,
trust.
I know what
funds
we
and
have, yeah.
The donation fund.
that was you.
we have. Currently.
I don't know if there's enough in the trust funds, Laurel, to do that.
Right, I really don't think there is.
Is
This-
there
No,
space for all of that?
it would be
fund-
scraping
yeah,
really tight. Well, then
I'm-
let me then, I'll amend my motion to take the $4,911.48 from the state aid fund.
Okay,
So you're amending your motion, Kathy?
I make an amendment to
Oh,
my motion, yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
And then we'll-
ultimately, we can afford it on state aid, so.
right.
Right.
Is there a second? Do I hear a second?
Second.
And are there any other questions about this?
That was a good point, Bob. Thanks for making it.
Yeah.
I think that works out well to do it that way.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
clean. My only question, when you say that how old are the computers actually in regular chronological years?
So about 5 or 6 years old,
Okay,
which is. MVLC is really pushing for us to get new ones.
no, I
Yeah.
I saw
understand.
those
Just when
computers
you
on a
said
website.
technology years, I wasn't clear what.
Yeah, so technology years, things are made to die after 5 years.
All right, so you've had them over 5 years then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's gotten to that.
I think last meeting you said some of them were 6 years, Darcy?
Yeah, they might
Yeah.
be between those 2 years.
Yeah.
So, I know for certain mine is having some startup issues and
Right.
I've tried to defrag it and everything and it just was not.
Are we?
We had a motion and a
Does
second?
everybody feel ready for a vote? Are there any other questions? Ready for a vote? Okay, all right, let's get this moving. All right, we're gonna vote. Jay,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Lindsay,
Yes.
Laurel,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Caitlin,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
and Jan. Okay, unanimous.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you for that.
And it's state aid.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
It would have been time we've done it before. Yeah. I think this is a wiser
Yeah.
way to do it in a
Okay.
smaller amount out of, I mean, we have trust funds money, but rather
Yeah,
than taking.
It would have been really tight, wouldn't it, Laurel?
And also it would have been, you know, a portion from this one, a portion for there, like 2 or 3 that we could take it from.
Yeah, that's what we have
Yes,
to do, you know?
in the
That's
thousands
just right.
amount, yeah.
I don't wanna give you more work, but would it be good to have an update of like how much art?
We only get it every quarter,
Okay,
so. So we should have gotten one in October.
okay.
We remember getting one.
So we'll get it sometime this month, I would think.
Yeah.
I can help you create a beautiful spreadsheet with the numbers for each one updated with dates and what they're for.
I think
With the
that-
expendables.
I think that would be helpful too for the whole board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would-
everybody would have access. to
No,
it.
but not just that.
Every quarter
When,
Yeah,
from Bartholomew, and then but then I have to match it against. Okay, the such and such mulch.
right.
Yeah.
What is that one for?
Right,
You know what I
exactly.
mean, it would be great.
That'd be
to
a good
use them.
spreadsheets are my favorite thing.
But I
so-
think
Good, I can
Darcy,
see what it takes me, but forever.
I
I
know
think
when I
it's-
signed on, there was like a one-page printout of what they all were, but if it were electronically that we, quickly access.
Exactly,
But also I
exactly.
think
Yeah,
the
I'm looking
request,
for
the
this.
request could come to us matched to a trust
And then from
fund.
this.
Yes,
Matched to,
that would
a-
make it easier.
it would make it much easier because
Yeah, it
you would already have determined, for example, if there was a trust fund and there was, say, $800 expendable in it, and it would actually fit the babysitting course. And it would save us a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
that's.
I would
that's
just-
a
And
good-
those would be the ones that would be
We're gonna
mostly at the
sit down and
discretion
do
of the trustees, yeah.
I'm sorry, what, Kathy?
But those would be the ones at the discretion of the trustees rather than specific books or types of books.
Right,
Right, I just think the request could come with the suggestion for the fund,
Right,
you know? It would just expedite things. So
Right.
let's go on to the babysitting course.
It's going great.
Sounds like it's gonna be
Great.
popular.
Yes.
When I was
yeah.
younger.
So yeah, it was in high demand, and there, like I said in here, there's a waiting list. So if we want to have it again in the spring, we kind of know like who to reach out to in addition to advertising it. So it's
So when they are completed, will you put those kids' names, the attendees, the kids who got the certificates, somewhere so parents can go? I know, I mean, this was back in the day,
wait, like
my
have a
daughter took it-
presentation.
when my
Or-
daughter took the class when she was 12, 13. They put her name and everybody else's name that took the class up on a bulletin board for parents. I need a babysitter who's trained. That's how she got her babysitting jobs. I mean, a way to,
I would have to check with Evangeline
with
and
parents,
Sean,
too.
who's running it.
and
So
with the parents. it
and with
was
the
okay
parents,
to,
yeah.
You know,
So
say, we have a list available.
yes,
So,
yes.
I
I
mean-
mean, it's always good to have a list.
Yeah,
So it's not a bad idea.
It
I
was-
just need to check with them.
I mean, things have changed over the years.
Did you
There was
have
only
to-
one problem with that a few years ago when we tried to do that, and it was stopped, and I can't remember, something about, it looks like we were recommending people, and that was a liability issue, and that's why we were stopped from doing it, and that was Town Hall had
Oh,
stopped us,
really?
yeah.
I thought, Kathy, didn't we switch it to be the other way around? That if a parent was looking for a babysitter, they left their name?
Yes, yes,
I think that's
exactly,
how
that's
we
exactly what happened, and then
resolved that.
people could get in touch with them.
Right,
So we had no liability, and we didn't make it look like we were recommending anyone.
right.
Maybe like the babysitters could then create a flyer and you could
Oh.
allow them to hang their flyer for like,
They
you
should
know, in
have
the
a
entryway or
babysitter's club.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Okay, yes, I like the fire idea.
so is this money for the course that's already happening?
Yes.
Okay.
So
How much, what is the
Uh,
amount, Darcy?
$750. My
I make a
recommendation.
motion to take $750 from the donation account to pay for the
What I
babysitting
was gonna
course.
say. Yeah,
Okay, so you wanted donation to Darcy?
I would say donation is
Okay,
good.
I'll second.
all right, any questions? Can we go ahead and vote? All right, we're ready to vote. Jay,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes,
Lindsay,
Yes.
Laurel,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Caitlin,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
and Jan. Unanimous. Okay, donation account.
Yay. Thank you. And thank you on behalf of Evangeline as well.
Yeah, that's always a good program.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. So US Newsstream, considering what we've already talked about, it might be the best option to just take it from state aid. So that might be my suggestion before
Make
we.
a motion to take the US News payment from state aid.
Okay, so the state aid will be down, what?
What's the amount?
It is $2,413.78.
Okay, so hopefully we will get an influx of funds, right, Darcy? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty in there, you know.
I'm presuming
there's-
we will.
Okay,
there's about 15,000 in there now, so.
Right,
We're
right.
not gonna run out.
not
Yeah,
yet.
we'll be
no,
okay.
not yet. Okay,
We'll be okay, and then we'll get some funds.
I'm sorry, did I hear, who seconded?
I did.
Okay.
Oh.
thank you.
You did, yeah, that's right.
All right,
I just agreed with you.
all right, any questions? Ready for a vote? Okay, I'm gonna flip it. Nancy, we'll do you first.
Oh, she wasn't ready.
Yes. Caitlin,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Laurel,
Yes.
Lindsay,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes,
and Jay,
Yes.
and Jan, yes. Okay, unanimous.
Thank you. And then the last one is Assabet, which is our yearly renewal. It's one of the lower in the list. I mean,
How did we
I-
pay for it last year? Do you remember?
I don't, I was like gonna go check, but I don't have that open. But I will say we could go donation. Like I said, it's one of the lower ones. The price hasn't changed since
Mhm.
last year.
You mentioned on
We could
here
split
that
it.
it's, even though we have the new website, like this one is more user friendly.
Yes.
Do you anticipate that this could maybe just morph into using the website? Like, does it have a feature, it's budget or anything that could be added?
So what I do is when I add something to our main website, I link to the Assabet page. And if I am posting something like maybe story time, I link to the Assabet full calendar so that it's a little bit easier to read. So we can't really get away from the revised calendar. But I've been learning how to make the two work together so that we also can't really do registrations on the revised calendar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you need Assabet.
We do. I wouldn't wanna have us without it.
It is super easy to use to
Yeah,
reserve
it
those
is.
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Didn't know if like there were any features you just haven't had a chance to dive into.
Right.
Now revise is okay, like it's cheaper and it kind of shows it.
What's necessary.
Yes.
So for anybody who's watching this now or later, can you say what Assabet is?
Assabet is a company that works with libraries to provide a calendar for both patrons and staff to use. It also provides our museum pass reserving service. And they have other services as well that we don't subscribe to currently, but those are our two big ones. It's very user-friendly. You can register right on it. The registrations go right to our email, so we know immediately if someone cancels, if someone signs up. And I've found it easy to use ever since we implemented it. I think it was 2019. So
Yeah, a lot of libraries use it.
yes, it's increasing in use. I think it started here in Mass, but I've noticed a whole bunch of libraries all around in other states starting to use it as well.
So I make a motion to fund the Assabet subscription through the donation account.
I'll second it. Any other discussion? Okay, let's take a vote. Jay,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes,
Lindsay.
I think she stepped away, Jan.
Okay,
Oh,
all
there she
right.
is.
yeah.
Lindsay,
Yes, sorry.
it's a vote on Assabet.
Yep, I said, yep, I heard, yes.
Okay, thank you. Laurel,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Caitlin,
Yes.
Nancy.
Yes.
Jan, yes, unanimous.
Thank you.
Okay.
I know that was a lot. And we'll be seeing those numbers reflected in the next few months in my reports. So just know that they're going toward good things.
Is it an update on the career? Is that?
Oh, that's at the end of this.
Oh, good,
So
good.
I just received the Gale information.
Okay,
So I
perfect.
plan to implement it either by the end of the week
Oh, I
or by
see. Yep.
Monday.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's good news.
So I have to work with Gail to establish an account, but they're pretty easy to work with for apparently from what MBLC says. So we are in good shape
Oh,
to
that's
get
good. I
that
didn't
going.
realize it was this because it didn't say career prep.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, that's my mistake. My
I should have specified.
That's okay.
Yeah, so that's our update about that. So I know, and I don't know if you want to go exactly in order. I know I have the local history part next, but if you want to do the action plan next according to the agenda, we can do that. The local history one might be
Right,
pretty
right.
quick in comparison.
Would be action plan. Yeah, why don't you do is everybody okay if we skip to 7?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So I've got a few progress updates. Some of it involves Jan, who is very graciously volunteering and working on the Guptill collection to index it in a few various ways. And that should facilitate the process to make it available for patrons finally. So, and we've appreciated all of the work that Bill has done, and actually, I think I'm talking for you, but is working off of some work that Bill did. In terms of the spines, what was written on the spines as kind of an index there. So, I don't know if you have anything in depth that you would like to say. I know you've kind of been doing a lot with that.
Oh, well, I haven't done a lot yet, but you just basically.
Made a lot of notes.
Well,
Collection.
So basically, the Guptill collection is Robert Guptill did all kinds of research on Groveland, all things Groveland.
Robert Gupta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Guptill, yes, is what I said, I think. But they're all in notebooks and they're in boxes. So basically, since we've had them, they haven't been accessible to the public. So from what I gathered and studied so far, we need like about 8 linear feet of space to get them out of boxes, number one. And they all need to be numbered differently and an index, a table of contents and an index for the whole set. And my hope is to have an index at the desk. So if somebody comes in asking for Groveland history, it's going to be easy to alphabetically just see if it's in those volumes. And then the staff can easily retrieve it. And also that index could be put online.
Yes.
Eventually, which is beyond the scope of what I'm doing, if they can be sent individually to get scanned, that would be great too. But just initially to get them available to the public. Because, I mean, it's an amazing amount of research he did. But it's, you know, it goes from Civil War and then we have Revolutionary War, but it also encompasses a lot of history about the Riverview Cemetery. It encompasses the Congregational Church, you know, old houses in Groveland. I mean, there's tons of stuff. So I think,
It's unbelievable the amount of information in them.
right, so I'm just attempting to get a simple table of contents for each volume and a master index that can be sorted alphabetically and sorted by volume. So let's hope. I figured it was a good winter project.
You're very brave and generous.
Well, I'm gonna
for
try.
Offering your time to do it.
And I'm learning a
very
lot about
thankful.
Groveland. Well, thank you. Learning a lot about Groveland.
Yes. So continuing, just an update on the things that Lauren is doing. She's still parsing through the archival boxes, but has made a lot of progress. So if you look in the back hallway, you can see a lot of the actual permanent archival boxes are now labeled. So she has been separating things into where they belong. So hopefully, as she makes her way through the temporary boxes, we'll be able to decipher what needs to be digitized. So that part is going a little bit slowly, but however, she does know what to find and where when patrons ask for research.
Yeah.
So Lee has done it, Jan has done it, and you know, other patrons have done it. She knows
Where it is.
all of that. So it's so having her do that has been very helpful. It's just when it comes to the sorting and the labeling, she works 18 and a half hours a week. It's not her only task, and it's not even in her job description. So she does it mainly because A, I asked, and B, because she has a special interest in it. So,
And she has been involved in it since the very beginning.
yes, that too.
Yeah.
And she, you know, now, there are a few more, things that have progressed. So the Whittier yearbooks, we have some, Haverhill has some, we're working with Haverhill to get those digitized through their services, so we don't have to pay for that, I don't think so. From what Lauren has told me, where they're doing it, we just have to kind of lend what we have and then get it back, and we will keep track of all of that. And also MVLC has formed a local history user group, which is good. It took a little while to get off the ground because Lauren was also heavily involved in that. And not because heavily involved in that, not because of that, but she, you know, it takes a while to form a user group, I think, because you have to get the interest and the people who will be chairing it for that time period and
Location.
look, yes, usually all of the MVLC meetings are on Zoom now. However, time and day, yeah, but I think she's gotten a decent amount of input from those meetings. So that is pretty much what I have as an update for that. And if you have any questions, I will try to answer them.
Now, I think the idea of indexing is a wonderful idea. I'm sorry, Jan, I thought you said Walter. I totally didn't
Oh, no,
realize
that's
I did
okay.
a bad connection.
Oh, no
He
worries.
did an amazing amount of work, and it ties into, at the same time, donations of historical documentation was made to the church and to the historical society. So it all ties in, and it eventually it would be wonderful if it all tied in online.
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
Yeah,
would be.
yeah,
we will
yeah,
absolutely get to that point. It's
yeah.
more just right
Oh,
now.
it's a long ways off. It's a long ways off without enough help
Kathy,
to do it. But,
Kathy, do
Yep.
you happen to know where the Hystereoscope collection went?
with a what?
Hystereoscope.
Oh, I
collection?
think I truly at one point many years ago, like before 2007, there was a program done to the Historical Society, and we had the viewers and all, and I think the items at the time were lent to the Historical Society. I have never seen them. I've cleaned out the closets in the storage
but-
room and the
I mean,
back hall and
Bob-
the cellar, and I've never seen them since.
Okay, no, Bob had a
There
collection.
were hundreds of them. There were hundreds. And on top of that, at one point, there was an offer on eBay, and I'm going way back now. Bob Guptill and Claire Walsh had pitched in and purchased more of the glass plates at a cost of thousands. They did it at their own expense, and I think those are also held at the Historical Society.
You mean at Washington Hall?
Well, through the Historical Society, Claire
Oh,
would,
so
you
maybe
know,
at Washington. All right, thank you, Kathy.
sure.
Yeah,
I'll look and see if she has them.
that's a good
Yeah.
guess. Very.
Because he has the photograph,
relevant.
he has the photocopies of them, but not the actual ones in this
Oh,
collection.
they did, I saw them at one point, and they were
Yeah, I'm just trying
really,
to figure out where they
really
are now.
unbelievable. Yeah.
So,
He
okay.
brought them.
I have never, I've never seen them in the time that I cleared out the back hall, which was like a 3-month effort, and the cellar. I did that with Greg LeBrecq, and the closets all through the library. I never saw them from that point on.
Okay. All right, well, thank you.
And would you want to
Okay.
bring them back to the library?
No, I don't think my question is, I'm not making it clear. When Robert Guptill died, he had a collection. He had a personal collection. So what I'm asking,
did.
does anybody know?
I think it went to the church.
Oh,
His
okay.
personal collection went to the church.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to track down.
Okay, I think that went to
One
the
of those
church, but probably the former fire chief, Bob Lake, could help you with that.
Okay, well, thank you, Cash.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, any other
A lot of
questions
his
for Darcy?
things for the church, and a lot of his historical records from the church are being professionally digitalized through,
Mhm.
I don't know the name of the company, but we voted to do that at the church
Oh,
a
good.
couple of years ago.
Yeah.
The
Interesting.
Yeah,
vault is unbelievable of the church too. 'Cause for
Sure.
300 years, the
yeah, if
vault.
you find out the name, that'd be good to know. Of
Yeah,
the
I will.
company.
I
Thank you, thank you. Any other questions for Darcy?
Before we get to the big
The big action plan?
action
Okay.
plan.
All right, why don't we go to the action plan then?
Let's go. All right, so for anybody who needs a refresher on how the action plan works, I submit this to the Mass Board of Library Commissioners based on our strategic plan. Every year, it needs to be filled out for the next fiscal year. So this will be for fiscal year 27, which starts July 1st next year. And basically you list a goal, you list hopeful actions for the next year, and hopefully they will get taken care of, or based on who is in charge. And you don't have to fully fill out every single box. As you can see, I filled out more than I did last year. Because I got a lot of staff input within the past few days, so they had some good suggestions. Some of it carries over from last year. Some of it is our new ideas. So I totally filled out the community partnerships page. And then there are two very specific ones for programming, and this doesn't mean we won't like, try to implement other dynamic programming. These are just, these just happen to go with the goals, and staff ideas. So I put, community events, that's ongoing. That was also on there last year. And then Lauren had a really good idea for implementing a repair cafe. So I thought that was a great thing to add because some libraries have been doing them very successfully. The library that I grew up at in the town that is smaller than Groveland has been having a very successful one.
What does that entail? Can you explain it?
So basically, I want to reach out to both of the libraries, Newburyport and the hometown library, but you find people who are very handy and you kind of have them booked for this program for this specific amount of time. I would probably have people call ahead of time and just,
Reserve a
make
spot.
sure, kind of like how people will reserve appointments with Matt, for instance, but I think that might make it a little bit more easy to work with. But I want to reach out to these libraries for more details, but I've seen them be really successful. I want to see if we can do it. So
basically like a handyman comes here and you bring like, oh, I broke this picture.
My
frame. Can you
toaster.
help me fix it? Like stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
even
alright.
Like lamp repair.
Or even like
Vending.
Evangeline had an idea, like an example, she has this cashmere sweater. And it has like a hole here and she was like, I'm not sure how to fix it, so maybe somebody who is good at the fiber arts can also be there. For instance, I mean, she's also very good at fiber arts, but it's a different type
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
she is good
Yeah,
at,
that's
so.
interesting.
Oh, that's cool. I think like a consult, like I can't fix it now, but
Yeah,
here's what
consult
your
would
next
be
step would
good.
be.
I think if you had a reservation, so that the people you had here doing the repair
What
cafe
they're gonna get,
kind of knew,
yeah.
oh, well, I didn't bring that tool because I didn't think I'd need it today.
Yeah.
Gee, at home I have this,
So I need to see like who
Right.
has, who in the community has those types of skills and also reach out to the libraries that do it and say, who do you recruit for this?
Right.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I think it would be really
Yeah.
fun. So just something that we could either do monthly or quarterly that people might look forward to, I think. So that's kind of what I had in mind for that, something new and fresh. And then
Very good.
we have goal 3 hotspots. I still want to purchase some additional hotspots because they go like hotcakes.
So they are going,
They are, it just hasn't happened yet, but hopefully soon I can research that and kind of add it onto our mobile beacon stuff. And that was on there last year, but it's still fiscal year 26, so we still have time to either do it this year or next year. I did make the summer 2026 the time frame, so it does give me like kind of to the end of fiscal year 26 and the start of fiscal year 27. Technology related grants, so I would work with Matt on finding things like that and how to hopefully pursue those. Training for the technology specialist, always important to keep up with meeting room technology. So this is something that might get implemented. I don't know how many of you, most of you have been in the small meeting room because we met there. And you saw the big TV with all of that. So they're looking to implement something similar here. And actually with a camera that would make our meetings easier too. Instead of this. Meeting owl, you've been great. But we had two IT people that Rebecca sent over just to kind of assess the space and kind of get our points of view and actually the technology that they have over in the meeting room over there is quite easy to use. So it's not a whole bunch of wires, for instance, that we have to deal with and trip over and I don't know too much about it yet, but I do know that there might be something coming. So I wanted to include it in this.
Would that have to hook up with town hall? Or would it be separate? I know when we have meetings over in town hall, not the trustees, but other meetings. We have to wait for the guy to turn it on. Okay, you're on, all of that.
No, we would
No,
take care of
We do
that.
our own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we would be, unless we have an issue, fairly independent. I even showed Sue, well, I brought Sue over there to show her how it works. Basically, you just plug in something to the USB-C, turn it on, it appears on the screen. And and then you're good to go. And I mean, we had the owl last time, but this would be a camera in addition. So it would make our meetings much easier. Probably a better microphone, probably a better camera, something a little bit more high quality.
Even events.
Yeah, events for sure. Yeah, speakers. We
So would
would,
you still have the screen or would you have a TV there?
we would probably keep that, but there's a possibility of changing things around and putting it over there because it's not by the window. So nothing's set in stone yet. Nothing's set
So
in
this would
stone.
be for our meetings, right? For our meetings and our programs? Is
Our
that what-
meetings and our programs,
And
yes.
where's the
I see.
funding
Thank
coming
you.
from?
It would be, so it's not something that I have asked for. It's something that Rebecca has in mind that, so I kind of talked to her about how sometimes we have woes with the system that we have, and she heard what I was saying and said we could probably at some point find money to do this, so.
It's really wonderful being treated like a real town entity.
Yeah.
I do love that, yes. So
Really
very
and
good
truly.
question, because, like I said, nothing's set in stone. I don't know all the answers, but I do
Right.
know that an upgrade would be great, and the screen they would give us is plenty big enough for everybody. So, and you wouldn't need the screen if there's just a speaker who doesn't need it. we would be able to pretty much do everything that we do, like just except easier, which is very helpful.
But they would have to mount a TV, right?
They would have to
Yeah,
mount a
that
TV.
was a question, okay.
Yes, there, it
In
would
order to
be-
replicate what they've got over there.
Yes, kind of a.
So we wouldn't be using the screen we have now, is that?
We could project it on both, actually.
I see, okay.
Yeah, so we have that option to do it on both. So goal
I think
4.
we have to explain our hesitation sometimes to the newer members on the board, because the library was always the one who got the, maybe the broken toilet paper roll that we could glue together. We could get, we weren't really thought of as a piece of the town, and we have been since Rebecca's here, and it's wonderful.
It'd be great if there was some kind of diagram or something at some point to kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
help
Yeah.
explain.
Once they make a more tentative plan, they're gonna come back with
Sure,
something like that.
sounds
Great.
good,
There'd probably be a diagram, I would expect.
sounds good.
Great,
Uh,
keep up the dialogue, that's wonderful, Darcy.
Yes. Goal 4, as you can see, I had a lot to put. Some of it is input from the staff. Some of it was just
What's happening?
it's stuff that I think will be happening soon, like the bay windows. I don't know exactly if it's fiscal year 26, but I wanted to put, by the end of fiscal year 27, just to have something on
That's
here.
getting closer, getting closer.
Yeah, and we don't know the exact timeline. I think they'll do it
Right.
sooner rather than later. And then we can take it off the box is what we can do.
Wonderful.
So pollinator garden, reading garden being maintained. They will be lovely in the spring and summer. Thank you again to Jan and also to Tony from the garden club and to Evangeline, everybody who has been working on especially the pollinator garden. So the stained ceiling tiles, I put Steve on that, but I think it's an important,
Oh, yeah, that's gotta be done.
yeah.
How about by tomorrow?
Honestly,
2027.
I know, I mean, I think it could be done sooner again, but you never know. Sometimes things get dragged out, especially during the winter and, upgrading the wooden shelving, that's ongoing. It's done in increments. And then painting, I had it on the last one. We haven't done painting yet. However, the painting on the fiscal year 26 one says by spring 26. So it gave us a little bit more wiggle room here. But, obviously, if we can plan it for sooner rather than later, that's fine too.
But that's interior, right?
That's-
Not the windows and stuff on the.
Oh, yeah, we've got to make sure it's the whole facility.
Okay, so anything outside and inside?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
It also sounds like if the technology is gonna be updated here too, that we might integrate that with any painting or updating.
Oh, yeah,
too.
make it a nice looking,
that's true.
yes, a little bit more sleek.
It'd be nice to get rid of that color.
Yes. Yes.
And something that would show off the artwork a little.
Exactly,
nicer.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Goal 5, so, continuing the trainings, ongoing, everybody, that will stay, that will probably stay on all of them, because it's ongoing forever at this point, as much as some of them are not happy. It's very important, and I sign them up and I give them assignments and
Not happy with what, Darcy? I'm sorry.
oh, some of the staff trainings that I signed them up for, but it's important and they
Right.
need to know that. So they will keep being signed up for these when I see some that are appropriate for what they need. And even for their,
Ongoing practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
yeah, ongoing. And then the other one is on me. The staff suggested that I send just a weekly update about what's going on to the staff so that they can be more informed, with the patrons. So I put that there. Yeah.
That's good.
Excellent, excellent.
Do you think we could add the staff handbook to that too? Because I know
Yeah.
that's a,
Yep, absolutely. We've made good progress on that.
That's
I know.
online too, is it, Darcy?
No, it's not
Oh, it
done yet.
isn't.
So I've had to update some things that I wrote a few years ago because procedures and policies have changed. So
Right,
I've been making my way through those specific things, and then I want to add the policies, all of the updated policies at the end. And then I have to make sure everything is, the pages are numbered and everything.
right.
So staff handbook since it's fiscal year 27, I'm gonna say summer 26. Because it has to be a time frame in fiscal year 27 or ongoing,
okay,
but I'll try to have it done soon.
yeah, whatever you put, yeah, that would be good to get that done.
Director,
And do
Yeah.
you still have, Darcy, do you still have staff meetings
Well-
once a month or?
yep, we had one today.
Excellent,
Yep, and that's where I got their input.
good,
Yeah,
good.
yes, good suggestion, Jen.
That's good.
And then I have for goal 6, the local history. The Robert Guptill collection being indexed and put on archival shelves. And then digitization of the Whittier Tech yearbooks. Those are our big, I know that the other big one is Lauren is consistently sorting through, but I don't know how to make that work with an action with an end goal yet.
I forget now, I'm sorry, but are we part of the Digital Commonwealth now? Did we pay for that?
Not yet. I wanted to wait, because it's open to the public. I wanted to wait until we had something to digitize.
Okay,
So that we're not paying for it and not utilizing it.
okay.
But everything on there is open to the public still, so. Once we are ready to digitize things, I will be joining them for us.
Good job.
Does anybody have any other suggestions in the not filled ones?
I think you have a full plate.
It looks good to me.
Yes.
Quite the plate, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And this gives you plenty of time to get it. It's what, December 2nd or something that you have to get it in?
I think it's first.
First or second?
Yeah, one of those first 3 days. But yeah, this will give me plenty of time to make the updates and then send it in.
Sounds good. Do I hear a motion to accept?
I make a motion to accept the annual action plan as presented by the director.
I second
Thank you.
that.
Thank you, Lee. Okay, let's vote on this. Jay had to leave. So Bob,
Yes,
Lindsay,
Yes.
Laurel,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes,
Caitlin,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
and Jan. Unanimous. Perfect.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good job.
Thank you. It is
All right.
fantastic.
I don't think we have any items that we didn't anticipate, but I'm just checking if we do.
I want to thank you for sending the updated,
The calendar.
calendar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how do we call it?
The list.
The
List, the list.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yes, that's good to get that every month, just, this is what has been done, this is what still needs to be
Yeah.
done. And I appreciate all that you've done,
Thank you.
project list, that's what you call it.
Right.
I did, let me see, what was it? Oh, so on November, we have complete director's evaluation.
Yes,
Should be done now.
it is done.
It's
It is
done.
done. I'm just waiting for Bob
Okay,
and we'll go over
I-
it in December.
in December,
Yeah,
okay.
I want to again thank everyone for getting in their evaluations on time. And I'm hoping to complete the consolidation by the end of next week. So we'll be well
Okay.
ahead of the game for December.
Thank you,
Perfect.
Bob.
Thank you so much, Bob. Yeah, so we'll have it
No
on
problem. See me
agenda for
next year.
December.
Ooh, yeah, I'm still saying, I looked on the agenda tonight, and I'm like, we're not doing that,
We'll
but
do it in December.
December, okay.
December will also be a little heavy with the
Right.
Budget work.
Laura,
budget, though we have.
did you have any other comments
No.
tonight? No?
I would just want to thank you for.
I just had one question,
Sure.
and I probably have brought this up before and don't remember. On the annual calendar, we had talked about inviting the Friends of the Library at least once, if they would like to come and discuss their plans and what we can do to help them, if there's anything. And I don't know if it's a good idea to put that on the annual plan, but I think the last time we did it, it was Dale came and it was very informative and it was helpful, and I'd like to see it again. I think it would be nice. I think it would help build the friends, and what can we do to help?
I agree.
And
with
it is
that.
a volunteer group,
Yeah.
and it's,
That sounds good.
It's also part of our action plan.
Right.
yeah,
No, I think that's good. We can get that on there. And
Good.
figure.
I don't
maybe
know
talk
what's
to
best,
Dale about
probably
it.
not around the holidays, but
Right.
at some point.
We could talk to Dale and see when's a good time for her
Sure.
to come. Does that
Sure.
sound good?
And the other thing, Jan, is if you don't get too far with finding those plates, I'll gladly get in touch with one of Bob's sons and ask if he has any knowledge of where those might have gone, how we could access them, just for information, not to own them, but for information. I would gladly do that. Right.
All right, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate
Sure.
that. Did you have anything else, Kathy, for comments?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Kaylin, did you have anything?
I don't.
No? How about you, Lee?
Just a question, did Mrs. Reardon finally get the communication?
I sent her,
Okay,
this under the update from what we have spent very recently,
okay,
but she has a communication, the original communication. I have not heard back, but
Okay.
I have sent it to her.
all right, good.
Oh, so you sent her twice?
I
You
will be
updated
sending
it?
it twice. I
Okay.
will be updating it. I
Okay.
just,
All right,
I need to, everything's kind of everywhere, but the nice thing is that Evangeline has labeled everything, that it was purchased in honor of Brian.
Good.
Yes.
Excellent.
So
that's good.
Excellent.
all of the, we have a dollhouse in there and, the theater, little theater.
Oh, right.
Great.
And, any of the books, actually, we also purchased some books in honor of him, and we've actually made some very good, yes, so those are all labeled with a very beautiful label with a beautiful font, like she found a nice silver.
Beautiful.
That's
Um,
perfect.
So I'll also send Norma a picture of the label because she,
That's wonderful. That means a lot to families. That's great.
It really
Yeah.
does. So you'll let us know when that account's cleared out too, and then.
Yeah, we have a few.
That'll be
I
good,
mean,
and then it'll be all done.
$90 stuff with
Perfect.
those. We'll sit down with Evangeline and.
Spend the money.
I had just one thing I wanted to, I don't, just to cover the staff gifts for Christmas, just a reminder that everybody, Lee is taking care of it, and just to get everybody to put their part in for Lee.
Right. I wanted to ask you, Lee, do you have all the funds that you were supposed to get yet?
Well, not everybody has, but well,
I have some in my office
there you go.
for
Okay.
you,
Okay.
All right.
so maybe that'll do it.
Anything else, Lee? No? Okay.
Just a plug. I'm doing another talk at Nichols Village next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
What day, time,
See ya.
The 18th at 2:30,
and subject?
Native American history.
Oh, nice.
Need to go to that one too.
All right, did everybody hear that?
No, I didn't, I'm sorry.
The 18th next week, I'm doing a talk at Nichols Village at 2:30 on Native American history.
Oh, excellent. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And I've seen that you have
Good.
props for that one.
Yes, I do.
And I
Props.
certainly hope, Lee, that you plan to show up with Santa this year.
I know.
Well,
I think he's already been in touch with them.
Yeah, several people have been in touch already. Yeah, I just as a personal note, I hate having a beard. So I'm so glad the person is over.
I don't
Yeah,
blame you.
it can be great. I mean, not that I know firsthand, but it can be.
Lindsay, did you have anything? For trustee comments?
Nope, just to toot my own horn. Tomorrow I'm being inducted to the Northeast Educators Hall of Fame at Salem State.
Oh,
Whoa.
excellent. Congratulations. That's fantastic. That is wonderful. Where is that taking place, Lindsay?
It's at was it the Hawthorne Hotel in Salem?
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful.
Yep.
Nice spot.
Beautiful. That is
Congratulations.
excellent.
I'll send it-
Congratulations.
I'll email you guys pictures from the.
Please do.
Oh, that'd be great.
Please
That's
do.
wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Bob, did you have anything?
I'm good, thank you.
You're good? Nancy, did you have anything?
No, thank you.
Nothing? Okay, the only other thing I have was just to make sure Lee gets all his money. And thank you
Yeah.
again for taking care of that. And
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that we did get the butterfly garden in.
Yes.
All those plants.
So we're hoping that the plants survive and come up in the spring, but we'll revisit it in the spring. Of course, it'll need more work, but that was done. I think that's all I have.
And you got the bittersweet out.
Well,
And
it's
called-
out right now, but it'll be back.
Did a lot of work on.
Bittersweet's
It's a lot of
awful.
work.
Just have to keep,
Chopping it.
Hacking.
but anyways, I felt good that we did get it in. So thank you all. I know it was a longer meeting than usual, but I don't think we have any members from the public. I think we did really well.
Yep.
Thank you all for your input. Do we have a motion to?
So moved.
Right.
He's like,
Okay.
second.
Everybody second, everybody in favor?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Aye.
All right. Thank you all.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Yeah.
You
Happy
too.
Thanksgiving to you all.
Thanksgiving.